Adam Christ from MyMMANews.com, and I am being joined by Octavius Slaughter. He has taken on Jay Delgado going down this weekend at Gut Check Championship Series this Saturday, September 24th in Hockessin, Delaware, with a live pay-per-view feed brought to you by Fight Club Live TV. That is FCLTV.com. First and foremost, before we get into it, I got to thank my man for joining me. Octavius, what is going on, my man? How are you?
Not much, man. I'm excited to be here right now. I've never done an interview before. I've been waiting for one. I'm not gonna lie, but you know, I'm excited to be on one, man. Let's get into it.
Let's get it. Let's get it. So you're taking bouts that they really test your skill set, man. I mean, straight up, your last bout with Ahmad, it was an absolute war back and forth. Now, this bout with Jay Delgado from Marquez and Daniel Gracie, their team is undefeated in the UFC right now. So again, you're not facing any slouch in this bout either. So never. I just want to touch on your fights. What gets you most excited for these fights?
In the past, it's just been like, in the past, getting most excited for fights, it's just mainly been about like the idea of like winning. But now I kind of just want to hit people. That's pretty much what it is. I want to get the best people put in front of me. And I want to get the best people put in front of me, and I want to make them look like they shouldn't be in there with me. That's the goal.
Now, what do you know about Jay Delgado, other than obviously what I just gave you? But I'm sure your camp, you did maybe a little bit of homework. But what do you know about him as an opponent?
I'm thinking he's a little bit shorter. I remember when they first, when Helen, when she first messaged me about this fight. One of the first things she said was ask me if I can fight at 140. And a little secret, I don't cut a lot of weight at all. For 135. In fact, I cut little to no weight for 135. I'm a natural 135er. So when they asked me for 140, I was like, eh. But I kind of had this epiphany a couple months back where I shouldn't let the fear of fighting stop me from fighting, you know. This is how I want to make my future. So I got to fight as often as I can with the best competition.
And again, man, like I said, stepping up in this fight, you stepped up with the last fight too, showcased your skill. Most importantly, what I was most impressed in your last fight was your determination and your refusal to give up. I mean, obviously the leg, it had a little bit of, you know, an injury going on. I'm not going to go into it or anything like that, but I'm saying there was no quit in you. And I'm saying for some grown men, they'll quit on that kind of an injury. And you kept pushing forward, You stayed in the fight that entire time. Can you tell me what you learned about that experience? One, about yourself, and two, what you can apply moving forward?
I guess I learned it's going to take a lot. You're going to have to really put me out to put me out. And when I say that, you're going to have to either get a judge, a ref to stop it, or you're going to have to put me out to sleep, because I don't like feeling like I quit. I hate that so much. And I hated that in the last fight, feeling like I could have done more. That was pretty much just it. I hated being down, and every time I was down, I was going to get back up, because I'm not staying down, never.
I was going to say that showed the true warrior inside of you. And at such a young age, like I said, some grown men don't even have that kind of audacity in their heart. So that just goes to show what kind of a true fighter that you are. So compliments to you going on that. But going forward, what's a day of hard training look like for you at the gym?
Well, usually my days start, before in the gym, my days usually start like in the mornings. I've just kind of developed a habit of, if I'm not doing some type of distance running, I'm going to the track, I'm working out at home. So usually I start off in the mornings, but then later at night when I go to the gym, it's 2 hard hours of training, man. It's 2 hard hours of me sweating and my coach yelling at me, telling me to get up and get back to doing it, you know. We work a lot of stuff at my gym, especially when it comes down to like fighting camps. We get really specific with what we're working. And we've been working a lot of specifics recently. Every time I fight, both me and my coaches and my teammates for like, this is what you did good, this is what you did bad, and then we work on it. And we've been doing a lot of that.
Now, I have a question for you that it relates to the fight, but it kind of doesn't, just because you said you're on your school computer right now. Now, I'd imagine this can go two different ways as far as you being a student. One, I could see your classmates looking up to you as like, I want to see this guy fight. You know, I definitely don't want to mess with this guy. But then I could also see like some of the people thinking like, oh, hey, I could take that guy, this, that, and the third. But I mean, so how does that play in a day of Octavius Slaughter when you have to go to school?
I definitely do get some of both, but honestly, I feel like I get a little more of the side where it's like, oh, I could take that guy, because I'm not the most physically imposing guy. I'm 5'9" and I'm 140 pounds. There's definitely the other side too. Like, there's definitely the other side.
I would say that the other side is the intelligence side. The one that wants to test you, that's the silly part of the school.
Yes,
Why in the world would they want to test a fighter? Yeah. That's so stupid.
And also, yeah, a lot of people do have common sense. But I can also, it's mostly just me like seeing it in people, being like, this guy, whoever it may be, doesn't believe that I do what I do and that I can do what I do. So that type of stuff doesn't really like, you know, I go through school and I don't walk around like, oh yeah, I'm a fighter. I go through school like, let me do school right now. You know, let me not fail this class. So yeah, school is just something that honestly I just try to get through so that I can get back to fighting.
Makes sense. So what are you looking forward to the most on Saturday? Is it getting to showcase your skill set, getting back in the ring just in its entirety, getting that W, or what does a fight night mean to Octavius Slaughter?
This one specifically, I want it to be clear how much I've improved, because a lot of people see me, and I see that some people look at like the fighting style I have, and I do a lot of flashy, spinny stuff. I don't do it out of I want people to. That's just the way I fight. But I don't want to just be a guy who you watch fight and wow, like that's an entertaining fight. I want to win. I want to make it known that I'm one of the best. So what gets me excited is just I want to just perform, and I want it to be the best performance possible. That's what I go for.
Now, if I'm not mistaken, you are vastly experienced on paper than Jay Delgado. Am I correct with us saying that? He hasn't had as much competition as you have.
Yes and no. Because I've been fighting for I think 3 years now. Mm-hmm. I'm 3-1, which definitely is experience. But I wouldn't say vastly, because I know he doing a little bit of stalking I've been doing. I see that he's also a jiu-jitsu guy. I see he's competed in jiu-jitsu tournaments before. He's been at some of the same tournaments that the jiu-jitsu guys at my school have been to. So I know he's used to the environment. I know he's used to competing, but competing in Muay Thai and kickboxing and competing in jiu-jitsu are two very different things. You compete in jiu-jitsu and Muay Thai, you fight. It's a very big difference. So definitely not taking him as inexperienced, because I know the quality of his gym, but I'm also thinking that I might have a bit of an edge in that realm of just being in the ring, because it's a difference. It's a difference from just sparring.
I think that's an intelligent perspective to have on it, just because obviously you don't want to count anybody out, but you're doing your due diligence and taking what he has to offer into consideration. So, I mean, that just shows to show what a mature fighter you are at such a young age. So again, props to you, my brother. So closing things out, I don't want to keep you all night. I know you got a list of interviews to do, you know what I mean? So how do you see this bout playing out from round one in your head? Let's just call it like, how you want to paint your picture. Round one, ding, ding. Let's have it.
Round one. It's really weird with these rounds because at my gym, I'm used to training for 3 minutes. I'm used to doing 3-minute rounds. So those 2 minutes feel really fast. So it's kind of hard to dictate how you want to move. But initially, I want to get in there, feel it out briefly, because you don't have enough time when it's a 6-minute fight to feel out. You know, this isn't the UFC where it's 5-minute rounds. I have 6 minutes. And in that 6 minutes, I got to do as much as I can to get the win. So for me, brief, feel out, and then once I feel it out, once I get my range, pressure from then till the end of the fight. Pressure with sharp shots, keeping my distance, and hit and don't get hit.
Do you have a bold prediction? Do you have an idea of how you feel it's going to go?
I would like a second round KO or TKO. And I feel like I can accomplish that, especially if I set the pace early, get him a little bit tired. I think I can get it done in the second round.
Now, obviously not looking past Jay, but just planning for the rest of the year and how busy you want to stay. Pending the win, do you have anything or anyone in mind next, or are you just focused on Saturday, or how active are you looking to stay?
Obviously very focused on Saturday. For me right now, Saturday is the only thing in my head for everything. But initially I wanted to do September gut check, October gut check, and then end out the year November in Freedom. But it's kind of hard for me to be in school, train all the time, and try to work. So I think I'm gonna give October a little bit of a rest, and then November try to compete for Freedom. I was there this past Friday, or I guess Saturday it was.
Yeah.
And I really liked the venue. You were there, man. You were doing a great job, man.
Thank you.
I saw you. What was the little kid's name?
Justin Cordero.
Yeah, Cordero. Yeah, I saw you guys up there doing your thing. That was good. But yeah, I definitely want to compete for Freedom because it's come to my realization that that's a really nice venue. A lot of eyes are on that right now, so I definitely want to compete for them, but never looking past who's right in front of me. Never.
Obviously. All right, brother, we're going to wind it down. So any social media for you want to shout out, sponsors, your training partners, team? I'm going to leave the floor to you, my brother.
I got Instagram. I have 2 different Instagrams. The one I'm trying to build up right now is O Slaughter MMA. I'm not sure if there's any like dots in there. There might be one in between, you know, my last name and MMA. But that's it for social media. Shout out my gym. Shout out my girlfriend Jenna, who's sitting here on the floor right now, staying out of frame. Here she is. I don't know. Yeah, it's all the shout outs. Yep.
Awesome. Now, you just said the social media with MMA included. When can we expect to see you compete in the cage?
Oh, I guess I kind of forgot to include that. That's I believe in PA, MMA isn't legal until you turn 18. I turn 17 in 2-3 weeks. I'm terrible at time. But yeah, after that fight in if I do compete in November, which I plan on doing, I'm gonna take the beginning of 2023 to get into jiu-jitsu, and then hopefully late summer, early fall, maybe we see me compete in MMA. My gym has some of the best jiu-jitsu in the area, so I'll definitely be getting into that. Yeah.
Looking forward to that one, man. Well, again, I look forward to seeing you on Saturday night, calling all the shots from the ring, and I appreciate you taking the time on this Tuesday night before fight night to talk a little bit about it.
Thank you so much, sir. It's been a pleasure. Very much appreciate you being my first ever interview. So,
man, the pleasure was all mine, man. You're a young talent, you're a young stud, and I really, really enjoy watching you compete. So, again, like I said, the pleasure's mine. I've been looking forward to talking to you for a while.
Thank you, sir.
There he goes, Octavius Slaughter. He is going to be competing once again this Saturday, September 24th in Hockessin, Delaware. There's only a few tickets available, but you can catch the pay-per-view at FCLTV.com. That is FightClubLiveTV.com. For my man Octavius Slaughter, I am Adam Christ. Make sure you keep it locked to MyMMANews.com for all your fight news needs.